welcome to Redbeard Glass Show, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Got a little bit of a new setup for the camera this episode. Put a didymium filter on the lens as well, so hopefully you get a bit of a better shot. Also changed out my fan, so we got a little quieter environment to talk and film in. I got with me today a good friend, Aaron Culbert from Kelowna.
Hi. Looks great.
And this isn't a recycler, but this show's about recyclers. Aaron's got a recycler. Let's see what the talk's all about. Recycler's got some fun water action. It's a bong with action. Maybe I'll let Aaron take over. Step over here, Aaron, next to the camera. Let's see what that beast looks
Where
like.
am I? Here?
Yeah.
Right there. Perfect.
Good. Perfect. What color do we got here?
So that's lemon drop.
That's a new color from Alchemy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Glass Alchemy?
Glass Alchemy. And just jet black. And I'm not totally sure what the blue is. Sometimes that happens.
So let me just point out the sculpture on the side here. Nice ray gun looking sculpture. The mouthpiece has got two hollow shafts here where the water cycles through. So as you pull, you can see the water comes up the top and down around the bottom.
And this one is actually a new design. Just like hitting a beaker, you want to level it out and then give her.
Awesome. Sharp piece, man.
Thanks, man.
Really like that one. Aaron was talking about how he got involved with recyclers, and I think a shout out to some of the original producers of the technique is in order. I know Ham was one person we talked about.
Ham was the innovator for sure of recycling technology.
Yeah.
And probably Sandsmith shrunk it down a lot.
Sandsmith, yeah.
Eric Anders really refined the look of them, and I guess really marketed it so it was a little bit more sought after and I guess easier to find. Yeah. And now there's a lot of people making recycles, of course, myself. And
that's Eric Anders if you didn't hear. Hopefully that mic's working out. Let us know in the chat how the sound is. So we mentioned Eric Anders, Ham, and Sandsmith. Check out those artists. They're all from the States, doing incredible work still, but serious innovators with the recycling technology.
yeah.
So what we're doing today is we're building a cycler. So let's take a look in the kiln. Do we got a comment on the sound? Mic is good. Good to hear. All right, so here's what we got so far. We got a beaker. This is a piece that I made today. And this also has the lemon drop color, surrounded by green and black. So that's the upright piece. That's the base of the bubbler. That's how it'll stand. Next, I'm going to build a beaker, or I guess we'll call that the funnel, out of these three pieces. And the funnel will sit upside down, reverse shape to that. And then this is the dome. And then this part will be the mouthpiece. And that might be for a flower bowl attachment. So while I'm working on the vessel work, we've got Aaron working over here on his sculpture. So next time he pulls that out of the kiln, we'll get a closer look. In the meantime, I'm going to fire up my new torch. Check out this bad boy. Just arrived Monday. It is a GTT Delta Mag, and it is a beast. It's the same torch as I had last time in the center. It's 3 different torches. I got 3 different knobs. I don't know, can you all see a good shot of that? 3 different sets of knobs, so I've got 3 torches. We got the center fire, we've got a middle fire, and that's what I had before. Call that the Mirage. But now I've got this outer fire, which is just awesome. I'm really loving this.
Yeah, it's getting hot over here.
Yeah.
It gets hot fast.
Heats us up fast, yeah. So, yeah, happy about my new torch. Quite the investment. Could have bought a car for the price of this torch. And, yeah, having a good day. It's a beautiful day here in the Okanagan. Went for a road trip yesterday all the way to Vancouver. That was a lot of fun. Met up with some good friends for a delicious Mexican dinner. That was awesome. Good to be back on the farm. I'm a little tired, but stoked for the show. Okay, so this is going to be the top of the funnel. So I'm just going to get started, and we'll remove the little bit of glass, clean it up, and get shaping. Aaron, where can we find your work?
You can find a lot of my work through Puff Canada.
The Puff catalog. I'm going to repeat what Aaron says, just as loudly as like a human mic.
And here in the valley at Kent City, Mary Jane's, and soon High Society Saloon Shop.
Nice. Hey, that could lead us into, so last week, you mentioned last week's head shop of the week was Hemp City in Kelowna.
Yeah.
And actually, I wanted to add one shout out to Hemp City. It's come to my attention that they've scrapped their imported Chinese crappy pipe section. And kudos, cheers. All the more reason that they were the head shop of the week. And now, this week, we want to give a shout out to our friend who we just saw this week, Justin from High Society. We picked him to be the head shop of the week. He's a local fella. He's supported a lot of our work here. And he's newer on the scene, and we welcome him to the community. So shout out to Justin, High Society. It's a shop opening in Vernon. And right now you can find glass from several different Canadian artists on Facebook. Look for High Society.
He's on Instagram there.
On Instagram too? Yeah. Same thing? High Society.
Yeah, same.
Real nice guy too.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I just popped a small hole in the end of my tube here, and I'm going to add a wigwag section that I made earlier. It's our goal today to try to actually finish a piece on the show. So this is going to get added. This is the top of the funnel, and that's going to get added now to there. So, need to plug my glow tube.
Says they see a Bravo.
Yeah. Aaron's working on who makes that torch then?
Beth?
Yeah, Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Bethlehem Bravo.
Yeah, Bethlehem Bravo. Yeah, this thing's awesome.
Aaron loves it.
It runs on pixie dust.
Really good,
As you can
efficient.
see, it's actually not even hooked up to any oxygen. I'm just blowing into it.
You can tell we got Barracuda online.
Oh, Barracuda!
Oh.
Nice torches.
Barracuda was the artist of the week last week. Stoked to have him. I'm gonna the video for last week's episode just got uploaded to YouTube yesterday, so I'm gonna add Barracuda took us for a virtual tour of his shop. So I'm gonna add that video up. Check out his shop. It's stellar. One of the nicest shops in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Depth. And it's no coincidence that Aaron here is this week's artist of the week. It kind of led me in thought to Aaron, having Barracuda here last week. Aaron worked with Chris Barracuda in Calgary for a couple months. Got his start there, some lessons, and actually it was revealed that Jody, Barracuda's wife, taught Aaron his first pipe lesson, was it, or what was that story?
She made me my first glass piece, and
Oh right,
she actually introduced me to lamp working originally.
that was it. She made his first glass piece. Got him hooked.
Oh, I was hooked instantly.
Yeah. It's cold here today. It was minus 15 this morning.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Not too bad in the workshop. I got my grow room lights venting into the shop. That keeps us a little warmer. Speaking of grow room, I wanted to talk about how we finally got a court date. A court date is set for John Conroy's case. This is a Canadian case defending our medical gardens. And we've been on a big fundraising kick, trying to raise money for John Conroy's team. If you recall, I made the "Fuck You, Harper" bong. That was to raise money for that. We raised $1,200, I think, for that. So we've up to, it's up over 70 grand, I think, for the, but we've got a ways to go. So I encourage anyone that's listening that is capable to help us by donating or helping the cause with John Conroy's legal defense. So the court date is March 18th, 9 a.m. We're going to need gardeners and folks there. We're going to need some placards and signs. Oh, it's Milner! See if he wants to be on the show. That's old man Milner from Birkin.
Hey, this is Rick.
And old Milner's a great friend. Mike hosts the Great Canadian Glass Gathering every year. Woo. Yeah, excited about this year. I feel like I lost my train of thought, but onward-o. Alright, so I'm just removing my opposite side. I've got the shape started on this.
Joe Smith says Milner rocks.
Yeah, Joe's familiar. Joe was at the gathering last year. Familiar with the territory up there. Thanks for joining, Joe. Joining the show to chat. Hope you're keeping the trolls in line. Alright, so just flaring this out. I think I mentioned last show how, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of air bubbles. And I'll give you a little close up as this cools here. I just got a couple little air bubbles around the end here. So I'm just going to take my shears and I'm going to snip those off. Silly air bubbles. And it's not like they cause cracks per se. They can be quite stable. They can be alright, but it's not what I want to see in the work. I want a clean seam with no bubble there. So I got my shears here. Cutting edge tools. Maybe I was thinking too, maybe we'll start featuring a tool of the week. And yeah, maybe Harper takes the first fucking one. Harper, you tool. But I was thinking glass blowing tools actually. So
I
maybe
got a tool. How about we start with this tool? I made this tool.
tweezers.
Tweezer jacks.
Tweezer jacks.
Nice.
Nicely done. You just melt it and turn the blade sideways?
Yeah, use your glass blowing torch and pile them down so you got a nice rounded edge on the outside, and yeah, these are like my right hand glass blowing.
Nice. Can I show the camera?
Yeah.
So Aaron's just made a pair of glass blowing jacks out of a pair of tweezers. And glass blowing jacks. Hey, how much did these cost you, man?
$7.
$7. Let me show you what mine cost. 200. The price tag's still on it. 226 bucks. Oh yeah. Don't I feel like a sucker? Then I got the extra large jacks too, because I got the big mitts. Anyway, valuable tool, that jack. You see those old school glass blowers? That's their go-to tool, man. They do everything with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that's what we got so far, folks. A little wig-wag stack on a clear on one side. And I'm just going to add a clear vessel on the other side of that. Make it into a beaker shape. It's got to be getting close to 420 too. We got to keep an eye on that. 417. Arm yourself. Get ready. Oh yeah. I'm always curious what you're smoking. If you're in the chat, let me know. I like knowing what everyone's smoking. I don't know why. It's like me reading the paper in the morning. What are you smoking? What's new in the world? Or vaping, or dabbing, or eating. Cannabis. The miracle plant. Really hoping that John Conroy's team can save our gardens here. I've been not looking forward to what I'm going to do, ordering medicine from mail order. Man.
Mail order medicine.
Maybe I got to move to Colorado. Or Uruguay. I know Al the Alchemist was talking about that. He couldn't decide between Amsterdam, Uruguay, and I don't know where else. Maybe Colorado.
Rockstar Kush from a tank recycler.
Nice! Tank! I got the, hey, there's a tank recycler right in front of me. I can show you that next time I got a free hand.
Sour Kush and White Widow.
Sour Kush.
White Widow. Yeah,
White Widow is an old, nice, stable genetic. Man, I'm a fan of that. I've grown White Widow strains before. Real stable. A lot of trichomes. If you're a trichome farmer, that's a good one. Just gotta put a plug in the end there. If I try to blow with my blowhose and swivel, if I don't seal the other end, it doesn't do anything. Well, here I was puffing away. Nothing's happening. Alright. We're good now. Now, you guys like the new camera? I think it's a big improvement. Nice bright shot. Oh, I was going to show you a sketch of the piece. I got it in front of me. I'll show you that too in a sec. Let's get some big flame going on here, eh? There we go. Engage. I'm just heating up the bottom of the, I guess it's the top, really, because I'm inverting this beaker. So anyway, I'm making the wide part of the beaker right now. So all I want to do is blow a nice squat bubble. That's how I do it. Now I'll use that width to start from, and I'll create a slope going down from there. So I'm just going to heat up next to that Maria, that gather.
420 people.
420. Oh, well, I'll be late. That's okay. Glass blowers are often late. 2 hands full, you know.
New camera's amazing.
Awesome. Good to hear. There's some funny comments on one of the videos on YouTube. So I do something about it, you know? Yeah. Alright, so there you see, I just kind of gathered that up. Trying to get a good beaker, so I'll marver it and blow at the same time. Marver being a fancy word for rolling it on my big black block of carbon. Hey, that's a BBC. Oh, dang. Let's not go there. So, there it is, an inverted funnel. So that'll be the sitting next to the other beaker, and this is where the mouthpiece is coming off. Now, is this where, did you want me to leave a piece of this 12 mil on this? This is the funnel. Do you want a piece here too, or where do you want this handle? You want to hold it here?
Yeah.
Okay. So remove this, just a nice little, you want it pointed, little flat,
Just funnel like that, then I'm going to just pull that out a little bit more.
Maybe cut it here and let you do what you want, or?
Just give it to me, actually, so like that.
Damn, here we go. Collabing.
There we go.
It should be warm enough to hit anywhere you like. Yeah, fairly close. Maybe don't go straight on the color. Yeah, we're gonna go close up now. Maybe I'll handle the cam. Give myself a break. Grab my beer. Ho ho. And let's go check out Aaron now. So let's see. Did you intend up here when you did it, or down here?
Oh, that's good.
Let's see how that looks. We're a little close.
Too close.
Yeah. Hang in there, folks. All right.
There we go.
Camera angle number 2.
Beautiful. Right?
And I can catch up on my 420. I'm just going to angle down a bit.
Where are you based?
Aaron's based near Kelowna. So any shop in Kelowna will have his work. Contact High Society out of Vernon. He's on Facebook if you want to catch his work. And Aaron, I gotta ask, I've only really seen myself recyclers from you. Are you strictly recyclers?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
I wanted to do a beaker, and instead of making a beaker, I just made it into a recycler.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, I don't feel like you're stuck in a loop or anything like that. It feels to me like you're refining your style.
Thanks.
And finding your pattern in it. It's really important. Here's something I think that I'll say to newer glass blowers, it's important to find your style, find your groove, find what you like to do.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing it for? Why are we all breathing? I hope you're having fun. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
We all got responsibility too, but hopefully you can make that fun too. So anyway, like I said, I don't feel like you're stuck in a groove whatsoever. This guy's making moves on the recycler scene. I'm looking
trying to
for
switch it up, yeah.
Redbeard, do you have any place in the States that sell your glass?
I got an order going out to a store in Ohio this week. Glass and more.
How about you, Aaron?
And I'm sorry I don't know where in Ohio.
No, don't have anything in the States.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh. Okay.
And I'm not sure what to do about individual orders from the States. I recently had a lovely email from, I'm sure, who is a lovely person in California. But she's 18 and I don't know how to make her prove that she's 18. And I've got kids and a house and a car and I don't want to lose that to the frickin' DEA or to some angry mother. So I'm at a little bit of a pickle as to what to do for American sales. I think selling to the head shops is where I'm going to go. And maybe... I don't know what to do. If you got recommendations or suggestions, I'm open to them. Because I would love to break into the American market.
Yeah,
but,
that's kind of how I feel too.
The Tommy Chong story scares the shit out of me. Nice. So yeah, we've taped a diminium lens onto the camera, so curious when we look at this if there's a yellow flare showing up. It's hard to see on our screen. I think it's a lot less bright than it was last week. Looking sharp. So what Aaron's done so far is pull out the top of the beaker slightly, and now he's rounding out, or this is the funnel, sorry, we'll call it the funnel. I've learned that today. Is there any other terms that you can teach me about the cycler?
I don't know, I use in regards to putting it together, I use a blowout seal.
That's the one, the blowout seal. You were saying you...
They call it the Jesus seal.
Jesus seal.
It's
wicked.
awesome.
The coming up. I'm down with Jesus seal.
It's really good stuff. It's essentially blown out 2 sections of glass. I always use it for the recycling arm, I call it. The part that puts water into the top of the funnel.
Nice. And are you you're intending it to spin around like this?
That's right, yeah.
Got it.
It's gonna be great.
Hey, I got a question.
Recycler.
Do recyclers recycle in the opposite direction down south in Australia? Hey Dingo, are you in the chat? There's always an American in chat named Dingo. I was hoping he's there. We gotta find this out. Research must be done. How do cyclers function down under? I'll contact my bro Ross and see if he's got
I do
the
them
answer.
I do them both ways. Mainly, I do them the one way. But some of my recyclers, I've done a double recycler that has one funnel that spins one way and one funnel that spins another. So it works fine.
Nice. Do it. If you kill that tank, we got one right next to you to tap into, so don't sweat. And you still got over 500 pounds.
Awesome.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna get to another dab. Aaron's got it going on.
Do you have the mouthpiece ready, the disc?
I don't. No. Shall I get that? I could.
If you want, yeah.
It won't take long. How long is the stem up with the mouthpiece? Did we decide how far above the can we want the mouth? 3 inches or so? You know?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay.
You're good then.
We do have another friend in the shop. The camera did not just start levitating. I'm behind you, so I'm going to start working on the mouthpiece. Watch there and that.
Yeah, we'll try to set these down if I can.
Yep.
You alright with that?
Great. Yeah. I'm all done. It's going in the kiln.
He's going to put that one in that side? Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, I'm going to pop in the kiln for now.
Put it in this kiln?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Hand it over.
Alright.
Switch it around.
That looks great. Do you want the other, you can just go back to your sculpture and I'll do the top now?
Sure.
Alright.
Patrick?
Sure, right there is good.
Yeah.
I went color shopping in Vancouver yesterday. Bought supplies from both of the shops. Had a visit with my friends that own the shops. And I am stoked to get into the color I bought yesterday. They were all out of the lemon drop. We ordered more of that. That's a nice hot color, that's new. But another one I just got, I want to show off this color here. Purple Rain. Love it. Can't wait to get to it.
So hot right
Been
now.
waiting for a nice purple for years. That Oro Sticks, who's that, Origins or whatever, they've got their purple's actually pretty decent, but not transparent like this. Anyway, I'm thinking that was some steel wool.
Oh, Barracuda's chalice, I think.
Oh, come on over, Barracuda. I got 2 pounds. Apparently we're not that far apart. You got 4x4? Up and over the mountains.
What's average price for your work, Aaron?
Average price for my work? I'd say anywhere from
Retail.
325 up to maybe even $1,000 now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm on the cam. So I'm just balling up the mouthpiece. This is just a clear section that's going to hold the bitch window that I've already made. We're going to flatten it into a disc onto which thou shalt purse thy lips whilst inhaling thine good herb, the cannabis.
Through your Versilius.
Listening to some fish in the background. I really like fish. Back when I saw them several times, there sure was a vibrant glass scene on that lot, bud. And I'm thinking there still is. Hey, buddy. Alright, so just pop the hole. Really important to get that centered perfectly. It's amazing how a tiny hole, when you spin it out even that much, if it's not perfect, it goes into an oval. Really shows up in the end. Alright, so here's the bitch window I prepared. And that's just a wigwag punted onto the lemon drop side. And I'm just going to attach it to this using my blows and swivel. Oh, I got to point out, man, my lips are still sore. 2 days ago, I put my mouth to a hot end of glass. Totally blistered up my lips. I'm having a hard time with it still. Woohoo! Perils of glass blowing. Too bad I didn't do that one live. It was 10 minutes after my shopmate blistered the palm of his hand. It's hilarious.
It's contagious.
So needless to say, we stopped immediately for a safety meeting.
I will turn the torch off now.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't even get near the torch. My lips are so hot. The heat just seems to stay in you for hours after you burn yourself good.
Oh yeah.
Aaron brought some of his partner's cream just in case here. Some homemade beeswax coconut oil cream.
Yeah, oil.
I'm hoping you accidentally forget that here, bud.
That's for you.
Come on.
That's for you.
That's for me?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
man.
I thought it was yours and you
No.
just let me share. Oh.
That's for you.
That's real sweet, bud. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Teresa. Alright. So that's what we're at now. Sometimes I leave it that bulbous out, puffy nipple style, but I like belting it down. You also get the dents and the glass gathering on top. And it's good to magnify the pattern.
Building a nail or a domus?
This one is going to be, there is a dome. The dome's already done actually, mostly. We're going to put a small sculptural attachment that Aaron's going to do on the dome. And we were left with just enough color that I'm putting a flower bolt together. I'm old school. I gotta put a flower bowl on it, man. I encourage y'all to keep smoking flowers.
I like that.
Yeah. Don't just be, well, I'm not telling you what to do, but may I suggest that you don't maybe keep butane as your initial and only medical choice. I wonder about its accumulative effects. But anyway, I ain't a preacher. Have your medicine and enjoy.
What colors are we playing with today?
Ah, yeah, so in the middle, well, it's hard to see while it's blowing, but as it cools, this is always the best part to watch the colors form. We got lemon drop in the middle. Lemon drop is it's kind of like our cadmium yellow that they've thinned out and made transparent. Right next to that, down the center, is forest green. Forest green is a cadmium or a crayon color, and on the outskirts is a black. And I was thinking that would make like pinstriping black. Neat how it changes colors there, eh? Alright, so there's the mouthpiece. I can reverse the axes, just going to decide which way I want it to be. I think right there. We'll pop a hole here. This is the actual mouthpiece. I put on a temporary handle. If you remember, we call those the punty. Gotta get your punties on. And that's a cold seal. I intend on breaking that off with very little scar. So I have to be careful that I don't accidentally wrap it against anything. It'll fall off easy.
People are asking where to buy your guys' glass. I know we went through this.
Well, head shop of the week is High Society, and he's opening in Vernon, and he's got both of our works. He's got several artists.
Look him up on Instagram, High Society Smoke Shop. My work's available through Pub Canada. Here in Kelowna, it's available at Hemp City, Mary Jane's, and High Society Smoke Shop.
Alright.
And a little bit of work out in Ontario at Crazy Bill's. I believe that's in Hamilton.
And my work is found at a number of shops. You can contact me directly, redbeardglass.ca. But I'm thankful to the shops, the CCHQ, 307 West Hastings, Mark Emery's headquarters. They've been one of my longest clients. I've got stores right across Canada. Contact your local head shop and ask them to get my work.
Yeah, you can also hit me up on Facebook and Instagram.
You got a website? You were talking about an online store, Aaron. I think that's a fantastic idea. I enjoy meeting some of the customers and going straight to the folks that are using our products.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really thinking about starting an online store just to make my work available to people directly from me. Yeah. So I'll stock that every once in a while.
Thinking of doing the same thing with the farm too. It's like straight to the farm market, straight to the public. It makes good business sense to my head. And we can't help everyone, so there's definitely a real need for head shops, and always will be. That's your go-to place to find our work. You got to be willing to wait on the wait list if you want my work directly. Well, maybe I shouldn't have popped the hole. I didn't really check in on where you want to mount the stem, but so I've just popped it there. Cool. Yep. Shall I leave it like this?
Yep.
You go from there?
Yep.
Alright. Awesome. Well, let's show the camera. That's what it looks like done. So I really like this lemon drop, and that'll look even different yet, less orangey as it cools.
Yeah, I like the orange when it's hot. It looks really cool, actually.
And then I pop a little hole in the back, and that's going to sit like this up on top. So we'll get that into the oven. The oven's hovering at 1062 degrees. It's going to hold there so that we can immediately take it out, put it in the flame without any cracking or stress whatsoever. I think I need another dab. This is some nice medicine here. It's made from trim, so it's got a slight green hue to it, but I like that. It makes me think it's more of a whole plant medicine. I'm going to try and show you without spilling it. I will not spill my hash this week. Alright. Anyway, big ups to my good friend who did this. I don't have a vacuum, so I'm not a big, I don't do this stuff. Like, I don't make it. I don't process my own butane hash. And I don't use a lot of it. Like I said, I don't preach against it, but I also don't use a lot of it. Today I am, because it's quick, effective, and I know the source. This is a very good friend of mine, and he vacuumed it for days. Or whatever, how long it takes. So, I'm looking around for the torch, and I realize, yeah, I've got a torch. Really excited. In the past week, more information has come out about the Treating Yourself Cup in Toronto this summer. It's kind of timed in conjunction with the Champs trade show. So I gotta figure out how I can get my ass to Toronto. That was gonna be a good time. Maybe I'll go with part of the Pot TV crew, do some filming. This is a nice little piece here. We talked about this piece on the bitch window episode. Delicious. I better keep this close. All right. So. Oh, I got something to show you. Here's what we did last week. Now that it's cooled down, you can really see the vibrant colors. So I haven't touched this since it came out of the kiln, and I basically put it in the kiln at the end of the show last week, and I haven't touched it since. So it's really vibrant colors. We got the yellow and red underneath, and the 2 shades of blue on top. And I'm gonna point out, this is not a crack, that's a long bubble. Luckily, it's underneath clear, and I'm pretty confident that I can remove that. Mostly I'll just pick a hole there and let it the air come out, and then I'll recap it with a set of clear. Same with that bubble there. So that's not the end of the world. And then this is the other side of that. Now I'll take this piece and I'm gonna ball this up into a nice squat bubble, and that's gonna go on the end of this shaft. This piece will probably be into the bubble, like so. And that piece. Oh, I'm looking forward to finishing this. And I got a couple ideas with this. I've been chatting with a friend of mine who owns La Fumo, and I've got some ideas for you, my friend. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we can start on this piece. I might have to do it on another episode. I'm really excited. Anyway, I don't want to reveal too much. I don't know how much to reveal. So I'm looking at my kiln here, Aaron. We've got 2 beakers ready in the top. I've got a dome. I can make the flower bowl next. and then we got to start putting this thing together.
Yeah.
How's everything going over there, man?
It's going well. I think I might put, I think it might be time to put the funnel on that beaker. And then we can put the perk in, or the diffuser after.
You are, eh? I was curious about that. So you're going to load the beakers together first and then put the diffuser
I usually
down?
put the diffuser in first, but it doesn't matter.
Mixing up, eh?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
That's great that you're confident to be able to do that.
Well, sometimes I'm forced to do it afterwards, so yeah, I definitely try to switch it up and just be able to adapt to that.
Mind if I give the audience a peek of your attachment?
Yeah, by all means.
Alright, I'm stoked on these. Have you got a name for this? It's kind of geometric, it's kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
So you can see it's got a ray gun.
They're just
Ray gun look inside an isosceles triangle.
I've been calling them essentially trident. Yeah. Trident spear, trident phaser.
Yeah, the trident ray gun. Yeah, it looks stellar. And maybe I'll show and trident, and let me show you why he's called it trident. I'm gonna grab your piece again to show off.
Yeah.
Make sure we get that in there nice and close up, because I don't think the dome got noticed enough. Aaron's just gonna work on his sculpture, and I want to show off this piece nice and close. This is what Aaron brought to show off today. So let me know if I'm in your way, brother.
Oh, you're good.
So that's what it looks like. The whole piece is in view now, and the water cycles up through here. Here's the attachment. Let me show you. There's the trident. So can you see? There you go. Can you see the trident? How he's got the 3 spears of black, and then he's got lemon drop ray guns inside them. Pretty cool, eh? So let's take a look at. I wanted you to show the dome. Look at the size of that opal in there. An opal. This is probably a Gilson opal. It's a laboratory-made opal.
Yeah.
Which is the same coefficient as boros, so we can encase it. And that's the dome that I've got on the camera right now. Just a beautiful, nice, tight. This is what we call in Como work. Beautiful, nice and clean. Note the joint on the top of the diffuser, also clean. Love it, Aaron.
Thank you.
Love it, bud.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that piece.
And what did we hint that this piece would retail for?
That would retail for around $1,000.
And we're talking a couple days design and execution, and at least, eh?
Yeah, there's going to be some more of those. Actually, while we're at it, I'd really like to show you guys one that I have sections ready for.
Oh yeah, yeah. You brought a couple other pieces to show. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah. I put these together last night, so I'm doing some red crayon. That's obviously the can.
So did you make that tubing as that comes, or does it come like that? Like, did you have to encase it?
No, it comes encased.
So it's red crayon encased in clear.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Red crayon and clear, and then we got what's going to be reversed and then pulled down into the face. So
that'll be the mouthpiece with the windows on the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy with these. I decided to call them Rogue Runner.
The Rogue Runner.
The Rogue Runner. So yeah, I was kind of inspired by the Road Runner, and then it just kind of came to me.
Awesome.
He's got a story on Instagram too, if you want to read up on him.
Check it out, Aaron Culbert Glass on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want me to bring the vessels over to your kiln, or when you're ready, or do you just want me to pass them to you when you're ready?
Why don't you pass them to me when I'm ready? I'm
okay.
just going to do one more thing on this.
Yeah, I'm going to get ready for the push bowl, the flower bowl. I've got most of that ready already.
Aaron, what black are you using?
This is jet black.
North Star Jet Black.
Yeah.
And I'm using Cymax joints from Pegasus Glass. Cymax joints. Thank you, Joanne and Redbeard Glass in Vancouver.
I'm just doing attachments, or putting some dots on for the attachments that are going to come on later on. Make it a little bit easier for me.
Kind of locator dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that technique too.
And they're even not, actually it's not bad.
Sometimes I do the locator dots out of clear if I want them to be gone.
There you go, yeah.
I learned that from Josh Sable, I think.
What's the tiny torch? And where do you get
It's just a Smith torch. You can buy it at most welding supply stores. You can buy that at Praxair.
What's nice about those is they heat only what you want to heat and not the other surrounding glass. So often, like if there's something you gotta target, you're not gonna slump the pattern of your piece, or you're not gonna fuck up your piece getting it.
Yeah, it's pretty precise. You can also get a different tip for them. I don't know what it's called though, and it is much better, a little bit more precise.
go back to the double shot?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Get it both in, and then keep an eye on Aaron. And I can yak my face off. So I've just got the male joint held in this tool made of carbon for me, and I can weld that onto there, and that'll be, oh, I just about fucked up. It's a female on there, don't I? We got a direct inject. Is it going to be a male?
Yeah,
male
it's a direct inject, yeah.
14 or 18?
14.
14?
Yeah.
I already made the dual 18 actually.
Oh really? That's fine.
So let's do that. 18. I'm glad I caught it. So I just got to get the joint ready. I had the wrong joint in.
Joint size is not a big deal.
I wonder. I think that I'm going to try to do a handmade joint. It just won't look right with the factory on this. There's enough glass here. I'm going to try to do a hand ground joint out of the pattern on the bottom. And then I got enough glass up here to push a bowl. I think it would look. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that look to it than a factory joint.
Male joint?
Yeah, I'm gonna fit a female. The flower bowl will have a female.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make a hand ground one. I say hand ground, but I actually don't grind them. Handmade.
Hand formed. Yeah.
Hand formed. Do you grind the insides of your joints at all?
Not at all, no.
I have the stuff for it to do it, but I find it's not necessary.
Yeah,
I got a perfect seal without it.
Yeah, it's valve grinding compound you can use, but yeah, I don't really find that needed.
Yeah, ditto.
Often, I know a lot of people, once they use their pieces, get a little gummed up anyway, so
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We were calling them snuggies.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a widely used term or not. Joints that aren't ground, called snuggies. Alright, so I'm just paddling this down, marver. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is the tool that makes the joint. Perfect. So that is it. So that'll fit on top of the male nail now. And a male, I can double check it with my, here it is. I got a male nail tool. So that's the exact same size, so we just double check. Boom, perfect. Perfect. And actually, maybe I'll, are we gonna put a little sculpture on that? Maybe just a ray gun or something? So maybe I'll finish it now. And we can always pick it up with the tool and I can add that after. I think that I could maybe try to replicate your little ray gun thing. Sure. If I needed to here. Even just the center part of it for like a handle.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering what I'm going to do while you're doing some assembly. Maybe behind the camera I'll put together a couple of those little black attachments for the dome and the bowl. Just puffing out the bowl, and I'm gonna make just a clear bubble. I'll pop a hole in the end and push the flower bowl. So I just put a bowl indent on the top. That looks pretty sharp. Perfect bowl hole size. And I'll set this in the kiln. We'll add a small attachment to it in a bit.
Had a few times a request for what got you into glass blowing?
What's that?
What got you guys into glass blowing in the first place? How did you start it?
Yeah, I guess originally I was introduced by a friend of mine, and I really just got hooked from there and just started doing it. I guess that friend was, Barracuda.
Barracuda, who's in the
wife.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was saying that Jody took a course at Pilchuck, and that kind of ignited a lot of things. That's awesome.
Really? Yeah, hey, yeah. Let's see what the angle is. Alright, let's do some assembly.
And what got me started, yeah, let me pass them to you. I can talk while you do that, so we're just going to pass. You go ahead and get the pieces yourself, maybe it's best. I'll stay out of the way. So what got me started in glass, well, I went to see a couple Grateful Dead shows and walked around the lot and saw a wonderful scene that I loved and my wonderful medicine that I loved. So it worked, and then a friend of mine, Sibo, who was the artist of the week on episode 1. Oh, sorry, 2 actually. 1 was a pilot. Anyway, Sibo got me into it. He was he ordered some equipment and he got a torch going on in Victoria, BC in 1998 is when I started. And I quit my last day job in 2000. Aaron was a chef before glass blowing.
Yeah.
And I was a construction worker, a laborer. Yeah.
You gotta flip the phone around. I took the wrong Bluetooth off. That's amazing.
It's Jerry's fault. Wave 1, you got it, man. You got it. It's all Jerry's fault. I had a dog named Jerry at the time. Perfect. Alright, so we're getting ready for some assembly. How's everyone doing? We're coming up on an hour. That's pretty great. It feels like it's been a short show. Good camera angle. want to keep the torch in there. There we are. Hey, Cannabis Kid! Shout outs to the fucking freezing your nads off over in Saskatchewan or what? Man, looking forward to visiting you guys again. You gotta come visit me before winter's gone though. I'm not coming near Saskatchewan right now. Is Fat Lum still in Mexico? He's smart. He knows the way to do it. Hey Jody. Jody says hi. That could be meant for you and I both there, brother.
Hi.
Jody's in the house.
Where are my tweezer jacks?
Oh, over by the camera. Let's find them. Where are they? Where's my tweezer jacks? Here, hold that cam. Yep. Hold on. Oh, here they are.
There they are.
Ah, thank you,
Sam.
sir.
Where's my favorite tool? Ah, Lum's back. That's good. Lum's back in the house. He's actually got a glass order coming up on my list real soon. I'll be sending some glass to the Skunk Funk in Saskatchewan. Yeah, the Parksville Coombs area is awesome. I've been there as well. Someone from the chat just commented on that. Lovely area up there. Friends of mine glass blowing up there right now. Victoria Glass. If you all going up there and want to check out some nice glass. Yeah, that's beautiful. Coombs, everyone knows it as the place with the goat on the roof. That shop with the goat on the roof. It's pretty funny. They built like a walkway for the goats to walk around all over the place. And the best smoked salmon ever in Coombs. You ever get to the island, Aaron?
Every once in a while, yeah. Love it out there. Love me out.
I think I'll have a vapor bag of some blueberry grapefruit. Grinder's empty and ready. Nice having Aaron here. I can get a minute break off the camera. Yeah, it was minus 15 here this morning. I wasn't happy about that. I was hoping it would warm up a bit. Trying to work on the inside of my 1951 school bus. And it's too cold for the glue I want to use on the insulation, so I gotta heat it as I work. It's a lot of fun. I stopped in to visit my other bus. It's getting fixed in the Lower Mainland. Got some motor work done on it. Got a 390, over 350 horsepower. Should get me up and over to Coquihalla. Woo! Looking forward to that. And that's what's going to take this show on the road, folks. I'll show you Parksville Coombs. We're going to go there with the bus. And actually that bus used to live up that way because it's Chris Bennett's old bus. And he used to live in Safino in it.
How's the oxygen?
You're good.
Awesome.
Yeah, just still at 500.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we won't have to switch out. So right now, Aaron's just opened up the one end of the funnel. He's just welding on a piece of smaller diameter tubing. That's kind of what I call them jumper tubes. Is that in Chilliwack? Yeah, exactly. It's funny, I was there at the mechanics and I tossed him my business card and I told them actually about the show on Saturday. Maybe they're watching this. And they commented, oh, we just had a fella in here last week with some glass. It's pretty funny actually. You ever hear of this guy? His name was Ross. Yeah, Ross Rebley. What? How do you say his name again? Rebley. And I was like, oh, Ross Rebley Addy, that's a friend of mine. That was my glass that you saw. And Ross was showing off my glass at the mechanic at where I have my bus. So that was perfect. Kind of felt like home. All the mechanics are friendly guys.
That's kind of cool. I remember that whole big thing back in the day.
Yeah, he lives up near you, actually. Have you met him?
No, really?
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, he's
eh?
a super nice guy. I'll introduce you. He's looking, I hope he will. We're going to have to hook him up with more glass blowers. Ross's Gold is going to be a store opening in Whistler with plans on opening outlets right across Canada. And he's got a great team of real down-to-earth people. No heads in the clouds, no bullshit. I can say that for him. Real nice people. Well, I'll feature him on in a future episode.
Yeah.
Head shop of the week. I hope he gets it open. I heard Whistler was trying to pass some really bullshit bylaws.
No.
Yeah, no cannabis-related businesses. Has everyone heard about what's happening in Winnipeg? Holy shit! If you haven't been tuning into the other Pot TV episodes, I'm sure they've been talking about it on Jeremiah's show and Greg's show, but Winnipeg's cops have been shutting down the head shops. They went into a head shop and seized some gear, some bongs and some paraphernalia, and charged them under paraphernalia laws. Yeah, they've to my knowledge, I don't know of any store that's actually been charged through the paraphernalia laws recently in the past while. But this is not cool. This is Harper's regime at work. It's insane. What are medical patients supposed to do in that town now if they want a medical delivery device? What are consenting adults supposed to do when they want to consume some cannabis for recreational purposes? Which I fully endorse. It's insane.
I was listening to the radio as soon as I got in my car this morning. It was something from the States, some strain review, and in the legal states now they're treating it just like anything else. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice to see.
And I did now let's go back to on a little positive note, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm meaning to soon. Is the Liberal parties released their some information on their proposed policy for the legalization of cannabis in Canada. So I'm keen to get a hold of that and read through it. It looks to me like we've got to convince the voting adults of Canada to go liberal, and even those that want to support the NDP. I think that splitting the vote here is one of the major things that keeps Harper in his fucking seat there. So anyway, it's sad that politics needs to be part of the world and discussion, but it fucking is. These guys in like some city like in Ottawa are determining that I'm a criminal for ingesting the medicine of my choice. And if I wasn't prescribed, let's say it's recreational, holy smokes, I'm almost 40 years old. And if I want to consume cannabis on a recreational basis, I certainly can and should be quite allowed to. So I heard that they've the Liberals have a section about how they will instigate or will enable people to grow their own. And I imagine it'll be a 6-plant type of thing that I believe is in Colorado or Washington. Anyway, interesting times. Glad to be alive to witness the breeding of the herb. So here you can see Aaron's just drooped the top over. He's got the funnel, or I guess I should say bottom. Inverted beaker, the funnel. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. I'm learning lots here. Thanks for coming out, Aaron. I'm really happy to have you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been we've had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we got started around noon. Yeah, lots of laughs. Good times. I'll have to come out and see your shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with someone in chat. It just scrolled off my screen. Sorry that not enough people vote. I've heard good arguments on why some people don't vote, but I don't think enough people have a good argument why they don't vote. I mean, if you got no excuse, just get your ass out there and do it. If for
Please
not
vote
for your,
to throw it.
Yeah, well, if you like cannabis, just at least on C. Harper.
Yes.
I'm a one subject policy, whatever you say.
Yeah.
One topic guy for voting. Who's going to enable the cannabis? And that's who I'm voting for. Because that's where it affects me most.
Can you pass me the can, please?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ship it very quick. Get real fast.
Got it?
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Stoner moment in the shop. I've lost the mouthpiece to my Kano bag. I didn't spill my hash though. No, I didn't. I got this delicious paper bag. I got a spare. Pull out the spare. It's got a broken tip on it, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Smoking on the broken tip of the Kano bag. Let me catch up on the chat. Yeah, I see someone commenting on Rob Ford. The discussion in that town should be, how do we get Matt Murnaugh elected?
Yeah.
Cannabis champion of the world, Matt Murnaugh, who almost got cannabis legalized in Canada, is running for mayor of Toronto. And he's a super guy, and he's actually got some really great ideas for the city. I know he's doing a lot of research and educating, and he's talking about community gardens, and he's talking about city transit, and he's talking about budgetary concerns. Yeah, Murnaugh for mayor. All right. So we've got that. Looks finished off. Coming into the kiln?
Yeah.
Where are you going for it? You want the one of the run brought to you? You still gotta hold it up, don't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna put this in the kiln.
Ream it. So show the camera real quick on your way by. So that's going to be the funnel, and that's going to funnel into the larger beaker. Nice job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Killer. And I'm just here having vapor bags. Get to be a bystander for a bit in my own shop. Kind of sweet. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 7, Lucky 7. We haven't broken anything yet. Woo! Fuck yeah, I did it. Always a good time. Aaron's just checking out the work at the kiln, making sure it's going to line up the way he wants it to. And I bet you he's marked the hole that he's got to pop in his brain. Yeah?
Yeah. I use the band as
Exactly.
As,
You got your
marker.
locator.
Yeah.
The landmark.
I'm gonna pop it right there so we can get rid of the actually the
Yeah.
I like to bake all my work.
Yeah. So
I know some people are a little paranoid about doing that. This looks really happy though. I mean, there's.
Oh, it is happy. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that one. But even with that flattened bottom, so what? Let me explain what he said there. He said, "I like to bake everything," and what he's saying is he likes to flame anneal it. He likes to make sure that the molecular structure is lined up, strong and true and good to go. So by slowly bringing it up, the last, even from the walk from the kiln to the torch, it probably cooled, maybe even up to 100 degrees or more.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
So now
possible.
he's put some carbon on the outside and he's flame annealed it. So that just ensures that we're safe and good to go. And what I said was anything with a flat bottom seems to have, while making, there's built-in stress until you've kilned it out. I've had, mostly when punchies are off the bottom, so many things crack. Never put a cold seal on a flat bottom. Tip number 7. Yeah. Awesome. Yep, pretty happy with that. This is the vessel I made today. I started it around, well, this morning, I guess. As soon as I got up, I woke up thinking about it. Slipped out of bed and got to work. Man, the commute to work was serious today.
I know, hey? Those commutes are really good.
I had to deal with a pair of slippers on the stairs. Yep. And then I found some beer cans around my torch station. It was serious congestion. Is this the
heavy traffic day.
Is this the hole for the perk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Or the cycle?
It's for the cycle.
The water back. Yeah. I was wondering that. And I noticed that. Oh, and maybe here's the time. I'll show you all the drawing. I made a drawing. A drawing. So let's see if I can hold this up for you. So it's not a fancy sketch, but this is the piece that I kind of sketched out earlier. And it's just the beaker with the downspout here, inverted beaker, and then the mouthpiece. And this is one I drew before that, more of a sovereignty. I just drew one of his just to get ideas. What I was looking for, since it's my first recycler I've ever done on, is the water levels. Does the cycle action comes above or below, and it comes out below the perk, it seems to me.
Yeah, always gotta go below the perk.
Tip number 8.
You gotta think about recyclers as adding vacuum to the whole piece is what happens to it, and water always finds its own level. That's the way it works.
I hope you heard that. That was some awesome information.
It makes a big difference how big the tube is that goes back into it as well. You want to hold that up, or you want to make it small to give it a restriction, and
not too small either, or you get a giant chug,
that's
right?
That's right. Yeah, you can get them too small, and then it's no good. Too big, and then it kind of feels like you're just taking a big breath through the piece, and it's not really nice. It's the best when you have almost feels like it's pulling back against your mouth a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of constriction.
Actually, how's that?
You ready? Let's have a look.
Oh,
very good. That piece is stable. I'm happy with. I've been watching. And the kiln's at 10:32. Yeah, the tubes get hot in the hand, but if you think about, one of the chatters asked, do the tubes get hot in your hand? Yes, if they've been in the kiln. But if you think glass is actually an excellent insulator. If you think fiberglass insulation, right, that's why they use that. Glass does not transfer heat very well. It actually doesn't. So if we're heating up, if we have molten glass, we can hold it within inches of that spot. It does not travel up the rod like a metal rod would.
No, not at all.
Hey, puppy dog. Stars in the house.
Hi,
puppy. Good girl. I don't think I've ever seen a glass shop without a dog in it.
Oh.
Yeah. My dog Nesta grew up underneath my bench. Star had puppies underneath my bench in the last shop, in that other room. Oh, don't let me forget, I'll take you on a little quick tour of the garden. It's been a couple weeks since you've been there. Things have grown. Looking really good.
I gotta get this real hot. Gotta be completely molten.
Yeah, we talked about that one show. This is a really wet seal, hot seal, wet seal, one timer. I imagine he'll go around and heat it a little bit, but it can be a one timer. Boom.
After it's all bridged up with the recycling tube, yeah. I'll even give it a little polish right now. Yeah. A little northeast of
exactly.
North, south, east, west thing. But yeah, I always depend on a single touch.
That seal's permanent.
Yeah.
Nice. It looks killer.
So stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. If I'm uncomfortable, usually the only place you gotta touch it is underneath here.
When we form these joints, we never want to get an acute angle either. There's never an acute angle. We always want that to be a smooth arc. If you ever got a point, that's where the crack can cause. If you knock at that, split right off.
Very happy.
It's happy looking.
So what I'm gonna do, because I want a little break, is leave enough of this tube on here.
You got, this is, what are you gonna use for a brace? The tube itself?
Yeah, the tube itself.
That's what I would do too. Yeah. So he's gonna melt the tube off and bend it over and weld it onto the other tube. And this forms a brace or a bridge.
No, I don't bridge it yet.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. That's what I would do.
So I'm going to bust this off. I know a lot of people, okay, so I shouldn't say a lot of people. I used to do this too. Would attach it, bridge it to itself, keep it as strong as possible. But I'm totally happy with that. I know it's not going anywhere.
No, it looks really good.
And then I'm not going to go up here and touch this before I get this all welded in. But you know what? I want to give it a bake. You can see that the lemon drop is yellow. It's not orange, so it's cooling.
And hold it there for a second. A little further away. Yeah, right there. That looks hot. So you can see the two beakers, one inverted to the other. Awesome.
So pop it in the kiln. Oh,
you got it.
Man.
Looks good.
Looks really good.
And it's going to the kiln. Yeah, that seal looks done. Really. Now we'll go back at it, make sure you touch it up, but it's beautiful. I love how that yellow pops. Looks real nice.
Yeah.
So you do this too. Are you holding it above? Yeah. So he's holding it above just to start the baking process.
Yeah.
I don't just jam my my elaborate pieces onto the floor of the kiln. Seems to be a bit of a shocker to it. Just give it a second. I do a quick rotation. Yeah. Watch it. There you go. Awesome. Nicely done. Woo! So now what's going to happen to the top of that piece is all we have yet to do is the mouthpiece. Correctos?
Yes.
So I think let's go for a little mobile tour. And you think about if we're actually going to finish this. I think we're already into an hour and 20.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I think that maybe I'll show them the finished result next week. Let's hold the camera here and we'll get the group shot. So I think we'll go for a quick tour of the garden. We're going to finish this piece though tonight and then we'll show it to you by the next show, I hope. So that's the loose plan. And now let's go see the garden and we'll chat about that. And then I think I'm going to call it a day, call it a show. So we come into the dark and then we come into the light. Let's see. Now this lens I got on the camera is also the same lens that we use for the glasses, the grow room glasses. So as you can see, I'm in about week 3. Plants are doing great, super healthy. Look how the leaves are just all cupped up, looking for light and love. I love it. On this side, we've got the 3 big moms. Over here and here. Happy room. Happy room. And if all goes well, March 18th, this won't be my last. Because I will shut it down. I got kids in the house, my partner, we've agreed. Fuck Harper. Anyway, beautiful room, there's the update. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's been a blast. Thank you, Aaron, for coming on. Let's go back in here so I can actually find the stop button. Pretty crazy in there. And thank you all for joining me. It's been a blast. I really enjoyed the show. I'm pretty sure I'll have a show next week. I have no idea what it'll be about. I think we got to finish this piece, eh? So, I'll get to work, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. See ya.